Tonight, the big dig and travel chaos. How the recent winter wallop is impacting the ability to move between cities and countries. Museums laying off as employment anxiety looms over the National Capital Region. Plus, sparing yourself from becoming a scam victim, warnings of pump and dump investments causing Canadians to lose big. Good evening. Navigating roadways in the nation's capital have been tricky all day long, and the large weather system is causing long-lasting travel woes on the ground and in the sky. But taking a live look at the Queensway this hour, you can see that the lanes no longer appear to be snow-covered, but still looking a little shiny and slick right now. Local and provincial police say together they have responded to more than 250 crashes since last night. CTV's Austin Lee has more on the struggles to be mobile, regardless of distance.
It's been an adventure.
As Toronto digs out, here in Ottawa, Gwen McDonald sits and waits.
I haven't had any sleep. I'm just waiting here for my flight to Iqaluit now, instead of sleeping.
Because of the storm, she's dealt with 2 canceled flights and a 9-hour wait at the Ottawa airport, one of thousands of passengers facing disruptions after a historic snowfall in Toronto.
Tired, very tired.
Tricia Chase has finally reached the capital nearly 24 hours later than expected.
Well, yesterday we were supposed to get into Ottawa at 3:15 or something, and then we made it today. We just got in.
And if you thought relying on the train was a safe bet, think again. At least 10 Via Rail trips in Ontario and Quebec completely called off, several others delayed for hours. On the roads,
slippery. They're getting there.
Several slowdowns and collisions on Ottawa highways Monday.
I had to go a little out of my way because of an accident on the 417 westbound.
A truly Canadian welcome for Jeff Callback, who lives on a tropical island in Japan and is visiting his mom in Kanata.
Not used to it at all. The accumulation tends to get a little bit, here and there you kind of have a little trouble getting around.
City crews are out in full force, but with Monday's low dipping to around minus 20 degrees.
It takes a little bit longer for the salt to work, so we have to make sure we're scraping, mechanically plowing, so scraping as much of that snow off the road as possible before we are applying salt.
In the meantime, drivers should be taking it slow on those slick city streets.
Don't like it, but you have no choice sometimes, eh?
Austin Lee, CTV News.
While many have left Canada in search of warmth and sunshine, it's likely you may know someone struggling with flight delays or cancellations. Toronto's Pearson International Airport feeling shackled by the snowfall. This time-lapse video shows crews working to try and clear the runways during yesterday's storm. That's when more than 500 flights were canceled, and Pearson says it will take multiple days to get things fully back up and running. Also affecting Ottawa's airport. And to the east of us in the Montreal area, it has been a difficult 3 days in Côte Saint-Luc. The western end of the area feels like a ghost town. Most residents have found shelter with family or in hotels because of a lingering power outage. Frozen pipes are becoming a concern. According to Hydro-Quebec, the outage was caused by a major equipment failure at the Hampstead substation, cutting power to more than 15,000 customers. The substation dates back to the 1950s. CTV Ottawa has extended coverage of the storm and recovery efforts. Keep checking our website, ctvnewsottawa.ca. No weather watches or warnings right now. Here's Jackie with tonight's first look at the forecast.
Well, we continue to live in what will be one of the coldest stretches this season. Not as bad as what we saw this past weekend, but you can see all this pink here really focused in central Canada as well as Ontario and Quebec. This will likely extend into Thursday. It's not until the weekend that we will likely see seasonal temperatures. Overnight lows, but minus 18, feeling like minus 22 to kick things off. We're getting to a daytime high of minus 11, but in the afternoon it's going to feel closer to minus 20. We'll get a look at your long-term forecast in just a bit. We've got some flurries on the way. Those details and more in just a bit. Stefan.
Thank you, Jackie. Turning to the latest on job cuts in the federal public service, museums are not immune, and 2 of the most popular ones in Ottawa-Gatineau are planning to let people go. CTV's Katie Griffin has more.
Visiting Ottawa from the Brantford area, Maggie Stover loves going to museums with her family.
Well, I personally love to learn, and I hope that that's something that that we can give to our kids as well.
Now, confirmation that 67 jobs at the Canadian War Museum and Canadian Museum of History will be cut over the next 3 years. It's all part of the federal government's comprehensive expenditure review, going from 371 positions to 304. A spokesperson for the museum says the reduction reflects more modern and efficient ways of working while continuing to deliver on the museum's national mandate and position the museums for the future. The Public Service Alliance of Canada says these job cuts will not just affect employees, but may also impact the visitor experience as well.
We travel so far. It's so exciting for us to come here, to have things to do in the area. We would just really expect that in our capital especially, that we continue and our kids continue to have access to these museums and services. I mean, we definitely love that extra care and information that we can get from employees.
Katie Griffin, CTV News.
With this weather, you're likely not thinking about golf, but a course in the West End is top of mind for one city councillor who isn't giving up on the fight to get owners to keep the space green. The plan is for homes to be built at the Kanata Golf and Country Club, and as CTV's Dylan Dyson reports, the councillor is wondering if the city would consider buying the land instead.
Reginald and Margot Gunton enjoy walking the Kanata Golf and Country Club course, but on Friday saw that digging at the site was about to start.
Saw all the fluorescent markers and thinking, holy crow, they're really sort of moving along. And then off in the distance, you could hear the creaking, like tank treads. And that's where we saw the bulldozer sort of actively moving snow.
It's the beginning of a new reality for the golf course, where Minto plans to build 1,500 homes, officially scrapping a now useless agreement which said 40% of the land must be kept as green space.
They suggest they're moving snow in order to get testing in for core sample testing.
In a statement, Minto said preparatory site work has begun at the location as we move into the early phases of the project. Current activities are limited to snow clearing in select areas to prepare for soil testing and geotechnical analysis that will begin in February.
We're very concerned, and tantamount in our concerns is public safety. We know that there is mercury contamination on this property.
The mercury contamination that's throughout the entire course, you imagine the fertilizers, the pesticides that have been put on that course over 60 years, they're everywhere in every single section of the golf course.
The local councillor also has concerns regarding stormwater drainage should the land be developed. But after the city's latest injunction to prevent construction was denied, Kathy Curry is now proposing Ottawa find a way to acquire the land.
Staff need to look at every possible option to fix this problem, because the reality is, yes, the courts have ruled that there can be development if it's ever possible. And so we have a developer that's waiting to develop. And so the developer is not going to just go away.
Area residents hoping this isn't the end of the green space.
To hear the tractors and these huge tires making a road, it looks like, and digging up the beautiful lawn, and the beep, beep, beep when they're backing up, I thought, oh, is that what we're set up for months and years to come? I hope not, but dwindling. Hope is dwindling.
Dylan Dyson, CTV News.
In other news, the Ottawa Catholic School Board is proposing starting the next school year before Labor Day because of how late the holiday falls this year. Trustees will vote on the proposed school calendar tomorrow night. It has the first day of class scheduled for Tuesday, September 1st. Labor Day is on Monday, September 7th this year. Staff say if they started the school year after that, there would not be enough time to meet the ministry's required 194 days of school before the end of June.
Cold weather increases blood pressure, making the heart work even harder to keep the body going.
Coming up, sparing your body from winter heartache and injury, tips on how to dig out without throwing your back out when we return.
You're watching CTV News at 11:30 with Stefan Keys.
Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass sky cam. It's minus 16 out there right now and fairly chilly with the wind. It's time for a closer look at the forecast. Here's Jackie.
We have some mainly cloudy skies for the evening. We may even see by Tuesday throughout that there will be flurries moving through. The focus will likely be closer to the seaway. There could be a risk of some local blowing snow as well. We'll keep a close eye on this. But overnight here in Ottawa, minus 21, feeling more like a minus 28. Winds are much calmer, but still quite cold. Minus 11 will be our daytime high. This chance of flurries will continue in the morning for at least here in Ottawa, but should clear by tomorrow evening. Tonight's lows across the region sitting around minus 20 to minus 23, much colder as we look towards the valley and Kittigan-Zibi, where temperatures in Maniwaki are sitting around minus 24. Clear skies are already in the forecast for Montreal. But for tomorrow, we will likely see, especially along the seaway, some light snow moving through. Daytime high will be around minus 10 for much of eastern Ontario. Now, taking a look at that cold that we talked about, this will linger not just into Wednesday, but into Thursday and Friday as well. Yes, we are in this cold stretch for this week. Taking a closer look at what we can anticipate, minus 11 will be a daytime high across the board, averaging about minus 20 as well. So again, not until Saturday, Sunday that things are going to start to warm up. Sunday, minus 7 the daytime high, minus 3 to Monday. So we just got to get through this stretch of cold weather. Stefan.
Thanks, Jackie. If you don't own a snowblower, you may have been in for a major workout this morning. You might still have some snow clearing ahead of you. CTV's Pauline Chan has some tips on how to shovel safely.
For some people, the shoveling started last night.
It's decent because we did a bunch of phases yesterday.
Okay.
So I think if we didn't get ahead of it, it would be really hard.
When you're shoveling snow, it's a real strenuous physical activity, and it can have a lot of extra workload on the heart.
Dr. Alan Grill says it's a full body workout that can stress the heart.
You're using your arms, your legs, your back. Secondly, when it's cold outside, your blood vessels tend to constrict. If people have heart disease, they can narrow because of cholesterol, etc. So if they narrow even more when it gets cold outside, that also increases the stress on the heart. Cold weather increases blood pressure, making the heart work even harder to keep the body going.
Take frequent breaks and don't overload your shovel. Use your legs to bear the weight and try not to twist your spine. Physiotherapist Kate Moffat says she anticipates people will start coming in with aches and strains in the next day or so.
The most common is low back injuries, followed by shoulder or kind of bicep and arm injuries.
And when you come in from the cold?
Our instinct is to rest and be still. And the best treatment for low back pain is to keep yourself gently moving. Simple pelvic tilt, some seated marching, just anything that keeps those muscles moving a little bit is going to help them settling down. Taking a walk just around your home.
She says winter isn't done with us yet, so learn to protect your body. Pauline Chan, CTV News.
As soon as I bought it that day, 5 minutes later, the stock tanked, and I just panicked.
Coming up, if you invest, be careful if you see stock tips online or in social media posts. They could be connected to pump and dump scams. Details shortly.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
Welcome back. Criminals are creating fake websites and forums, all while using logos of reputable companies to trick people who are looking to invest their money. CTV's Pat Forn has more on so-called pump and dump scams.
So when you moved your money into Wealthsimple, how quickly did this ad pop up on Instagram?
Almost immediately after.
Israel Clyde of Richmond Hill had his investments with a major Canadian bank, but recently, due to a promotion, he decided to move his funds to Wealthsimple. The transfer went smoothly. After he made the switch, he was on Instagram when he saw a Wealthsimple offer to take part in an online trading platform on how to make money in the stock market.
Those ads had the Wealthsimple name and the logo. It looked legitimate from Wealthsimple.
Clyde says the trading group suggested he buy a stock. He did, and within days, he doubled his money.
I sold the stock, but actually made $14,000 on this transaction. So I was like, oh, well.
Clyde felt the advice must be trustworthy, so he made a much larger investment. But this time, things went bad fast.
As soon as I bought it that day, 5 minutes later, the stock tanked. It went from $1.68 US to 10 cents at the time. And I just panicked.
He was caught in a pump and dump scam and lost $260,000. When he tried to contact the forum again, it was shut down.
Tried to get into the group chat. Everything was gone. Like their phone numbers looked like they just were erased.
Wealthsimple told CTV News. Wealthsimple reported more than 10,000 fraudulent ads to Meta, and we're only one of many financial institutions fighting this issue. Wealthsimple will never recommend specific stocks or securities to buy. To avoid pump and dump scams, don't listen to social media investment tips or hype through online forums. Be concerned if there is limited company information, promises of guaranteed returns, or unusual trading spikes or dips. Losing $260,000 means he now has to rethink his retirement plans.
For 2 weeks, I wasn't able to sleep. It was very upsetting, very upsetting.
Pat Foran, CTV News.
In more consumer news, some of you could be getting more from the GST rebate meant to help with your grocery bills. Politicians are getting back to work on Parliament Hill, and the Liberals say if their plan gets through, 12 million Canadians will benefit. High costs at grocery stores have been putting pressure on household budgets as community food programs note a growing number of people turning to them for help. The government says the boost will put hundreds of dollars into the hands of millions of Canadians who need it most. Here's how some Ottawa shoppers are responding to what the government calls the Canada Groceries and Essentials benefit.
I would definitely love to see something done about the prices of the groceries, but for now, I guess it helps to have the extra money.
I love to receive another $400 from the government. Just for, it's good for a family person.
It's just a very short solution, and this has been a problem for at least 4 or 5 years. And I really do believe that we've got to do more than just hand out money.
The quarterly GST payments will increase 25% over the next 5 years. Starting in July, according to the federal government, a low-income single person would receive an additional $400 this year, and a couple with 2 children would gain an extra $800 for an annual payment of $1,890. In the meantime, there is a food recall you need to know about for those who enjoy pizza pops. You may want to check your freezers. A recall announced before Christmas over possible E. coli contamination has expanded. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency says several varieties are affected, including 3 cheese, pepperoni and bacon, deluxe and 3 meat. General Mills, which makes pizza pops, says it is working with retailers to remove potentially affected products, and it urges you to throw out items or return them to the store for a refund.
This is next level. You are skating through a forest. It's incredible.
Still to come, embracing the season with what feels like a magical skate through the woods. More on that right after this. A unique outdoor skating experience in our region is drawing visitors from across North America. CTV's Dave Charbonneau went to visit a winding ice trail in West Quebec.
For Hannah Shapiro, this winter skating adventure through a forest started with a phone call.
I called my friend in San Francisco. I'm like, hey, I heard about this really cool skating trail. You want to try it? She's like, yeah.
That call led them here to Lac des Loups, located about 60 kilometers northwest of Ottawa.
This is next level. You are skating through a forest. It's incredible. Look, the snow is falling. It couldn't be more perfect out here.
Patinage en forêt offers 6 kilometers of smooth ice winding through a forest.
It's our 10th season. We started in Christmas 2016.
Owner Dave Maillet says the reaction from visitors from around the world is rewarding.
They say that something magical happens here because everybody comes back out of the forest with a big smile on. So obviously we're doing something right, and everybody leaves here in good humor and thanking us and giving us hugs and everything because they enjoyed their experience.
But this isn't the only forest skating trail in the Ottawa and Outaouais region. From Stittsville and Metcalfe to Gatineau, Wakefield and Pembroke, skaters have several options to enjoy winter. For some, the discovery is part of a special occasion.
This is our 10th anniversary, so we came up to the Wakefield Mill, and then we just so happened to find this.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, unlike anything we've ever done.
Others say patinage en forêt stands out compared to one of Ottawa's most popular skating attractions.
The canal is wonderful. We did that yesterday, but once we got on our skates and started on this trail, this place is just magical. You can just tell that, the owner, it's set up perfectly, and it's really a special place.
This couple moved from Poland to Canada in 1990. Not a winter goes by where they don't visit this trail.
This is incredible because you can actually skate in the woods, and that's what makes an incredible experience.
For Shapiro, it's about more than just skating.
It's just so beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. You really get meditative calm out there, and just being out here, this is what winter's supposed to be.
Dave Charbonneau, CTV News.
Well, looking to build on success, Dows Lake's new swimming deck proved to be popular last summer, and now the pavilion is looking to get another fresh look with new boating docks. CTV's Camille Wilson reports.
Fiona McClure loves skating to class on the Rideau Canal from Dows Lake to Carleton University.
Honestly, the fastest way to get there, and it's so whimsical.
But this isn't the only time of year she enjoys the attractions here.
It was so fun to finish my runs in the summer along the canal and then jump in to cool off at the new dock.
2, 3. After opening a swimming spot last year, the National Capital Commission is now looking to give Dows Lake another refresh with new commercial boating docks at the pavilion.
Dows Lake is a beautiful facility. I mean, it's at the end of its life cycle. And I mean, this is one of the first pieces we're looking at renewal. So the docks are at the end of their life cycle. The lease is at the end of its expiry.
Issuing a request for proposals for an operator to design, build, and manage the marina.
We're also looking for some creativity. Is there something else out there that can fit with this space, fit with those docks, fit with the plans we're looking at in terms of our shoreline animation mandate that we've been doing?
Including managing recreational offerings like rentals of kayaks, paddleboards, canoes, and bicycles.
Love coming for the skates, and then in the summer, love doing the kayak and canoe rentals too.
I've done the kayak rentals, fun.
Ottawa Tourism happy to see upgrades to a spot that's popular with both residents and visitors.
It's very encouraging to see the NCC invest so much effort and money into making it that much more of a destination for everyone.
The deadline to submit proposals is February 16th, with the NCC hoping to get the project started May 15th. Camille Wilson, CTV News.
There's not much activity to do at home, so why not go outside and have some fun in the snow?
When we return, the bright side of the storm for a few Ontario kids.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Sanaya Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. We've dropped a couple degrees to -18 right now. And here's a final check on the weather with Jackie.
Well, continue to bundle up for your Tuesday. -19 is what we're starting things off with. Cloudy skies. That's the good news. We're going to get a bit of a break from the snowfall that we have seen, the significant snowfall at least. We might see some light flurries moving through to our Tuesday. Daytime high -11. Wednesday will likely be a break. Thursday, Friday, the chance of flurries become a little bit greater. But I am looking forward to Sunday and Monday, Stefan, because temperatures will get back down to seasonal -7, -3, those daytime highs.
Looking forward to that. Thanks, Jackie. Finally for us tonight, while some seek fun in the sun, some Ontario kids found fun in the snow.
I go to U of T, and their campus is shut. So what better way to spend the time than to come out sledding?
With high school exams coming, it's like kind of a nice, relaxing day.
This is the bright side of Toronto's record-setting snowfall. It disrupted people's plans and kids' studies, but these guys don't seem to mind. Many kids, and kids at heart, weren't complaining as they took to the neighborhood hills. Not the case for Ottawa kids who did have school today. That is CTV News for this Monday, January 26th. CTV News continues online anytime with our digital team keeping you up to date at ctvnewsottawa.ca. You can also watch our newscast live on the CTV News app anytime. And for news on the go, listen to News Talk Radio 580 CFRA. For all of us here at CTV News, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful night. Stay warm and stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow.